welcome in everyone to episode 145 of the Badcast Podcast. I'm your host, Peng, joined by my co-host, Anicor, Misty, Williams.
Where did Williams come from?
So I Googled, I was like, what is Misty's last name from the Pokemon series? Because they never talk about it.
No way.
There's Ash Ketchum, right? There's Ash Ketchum. And then there's just Brock and Misty. What the heck are their last names? And apparently Misty's last name was revealed in like some 2018 like magazine or something that makes it canon. Her last name is Williams. Misty Williams. I think Brock's last name was Johnson or something. It was something really basic too. I was like, I kid you not. Let me look at this. Brock's last
Johnson.
Name, Pokemon. I no, it wasn't Johnson. It was something else.
Harrison.
Brock Harrison.
Brock Harrison.
Brock Harrison.
These don't sound like Japanese names to me, you know. But,
yeah. The Japanese name is Takeshi, which is I don't understand.
What, Takeshi Harrison?
I don't know if it's Harrison's the last name or maybe just Takeshi. I don't know. But Misty's last name is revealed in Keizo magazine in 2006, July 2006. It revealed that Misty's surname is Williams.
Okay, well. Interesting.
So known as Takeshi in Japan, Brock's surname is Harrison, and then known in Japan as Kasumi, Misty's surname is Williams. I think Brock just
didn't even
reference as Takeshi. I don't even know if he has a last name in Japanese or not. Takeshi Harrison and Kasumi Williams is also weird, so they've got to have their own Japanese last name, I assume. Anyway, for those that don't know why. Anicor, he lost that bet.
Yeah,
he lost that bet, and I just need to ask you, right? We are. It's Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's Wednesday for you.
Yeah.
EUIC is in 2 days.
Uh-huh.
You have the Misty cosplay outfit. What's the situation here?
So, like I said, we got Amazon next day, so we're all blessed. I borrowed my friend's account.
Okay. Did you put the order in already?
Huh?
Do you put the order in already?
So I ordered a wig, because I was like, okay, look, realistically.
Did you order like a Misty wig, or you had to style it? Because styling is not easy. You can't just look like just have long orange hair. Like it's got to look like Misty's hair.
I have to style it, but I think that's fine because there was 2 wigs,
styling a wig instead of prepping for you. I see.
But the thing is, I thought one of them on the picture was styled like Misty's, but I was looking at it and I was like, there's no way they send it like this. I was like, I'm pretty sure they're just going to send a plain wig, but they've made it more expensive because it just looks like it's styled on the thing.
So you're going to style. I don't think styling Misty's hair is easy. No?
Nah, I'll get my friend to do it, so it should be fun.
Hopefully. Okay, all right.
Hopefully. And then obviously the rest of the thing is just like the denim shorts, the braces.
Short shorts.
Yeah.
With the sides rolled up, Like the shorts are like
the
the bottom part's rolled up. Yeah.
Realistically, if I'm gonna wear the denim shorts, they're gonna be like well fitting, so and then the little yellow crop top. So like worst case, I'm just gonna go like if I can't find anything like either my sister owns or like one of my friends own, then I'm just gonna go to Camden and see if I can find. Yeah, so
I can't wait. Wait.
Be good. I'll be honest though, bruv. Honestly, obviously it's unfortunate that I lost. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Of course.
Whatever, innit? Yeah, like I'm not backing down from the forfeits.
You're a man of your word.
I'm a man of my word, yeah. And let me just say, I'll be at EUIC. I'm gonna be the best looking Misty. Yeah. Number 2, I pray for you, anyone who has to face me. Yeah. You're thinking that, I'm facing a Misty, yeah. Oh, very 6 water Pokemon. Nah. Yeah. Get ready for the bracket.
Yeah, BBML Misty right here.
And number 3,
I
don't know, I think it'll be kind of fun to be on stream, innit? I'm assuming.
Okay, I got you a hookup too, by the way. One of my fellow patrons, Nabil Sideduck, right? Local of yours, actually, in the UK. So I was like, Nabil Sideduck, he's got to have a Psyduck plushie, right? I was on a coaching call with him earlier. I was like, yo, you got a Psyduck plushie that Anicor could borrow if he goes on stage? He's like, oh, I got him hooked up. So shout out to Nabil, right? I know fellow listener to the podcast too, but he knows what's up. So he's gonna bring that Psyduck plushie for you, and if you go on stage, you can rock it. It's like you don't need Anicor doesn't need to have it the whole day. I mean, maybe he's willing to let you borrow the whole day. Who knows, right? But I mean, that'd be pretty cool, right?
I'll carry it for the part.
For all the pictures, dude. That's the first thing I'm about to do when I see you at the venue. Right? I don't care about check-ins or whatever. I'm just let's hope I'm checked in. But I'll take a picture and post it on social media right off the bat, right? So be on the lookout. Yeah. X.com/Caleb Peng, right? you better know. You best know when that event starts. I'm gonna hit Anicor and be like, where you at? Right? Yeah. Misty Williams.
I'll be honest, innit? Yeah, like my biggest worry is that the weather isn't appropriate for short shorts and a tank top.
What's the weather? What's the forecast looking like?
I don't know. Honestly, sometimes it just doesn't even matter what it's looking like, you know.
It'll be indoors, you know. You riding the train though is gonna be quite funny.
I ain't wearing it there.
Oh, you can change to the bathroom.
I'm gonna get changed into it. Yeah. That's even worse for weather, to be honest. So Friday it's raining.
Well, we're indoors. Degrees. Well, it doesn't matter if you change the venue. Why does it matter? We're literally indoors.
Yeah,
with like thousands of people in the venue. It's honestly it'll keep you cool.
I'm kind of conditioned to
feel a little
like
breeze around your upper thighs.
That it's possible to be cold. Even at the best of times, it's possible.
No, not you though. When you're seeing this and like 1,000 eyes are glued to you, right? Everyone doing triple takes, you'll be sweating, right? You'll be feeling a little heat, right?
Nah, it's fun. Yeah, it's fun.
It'll be great. I look forward to it. Yeah. So honestly, in full transparency, I was getting nervous. Like it hit me on like Thursday last week. I was like, oh shoot. What if he does beat me? Like, what if he does get like I'm not planning for this, right? I'm not even looking at different cosplay outfits online. I'm not gonna wear a Misty cosplay, especially in a foreign country, right? I know they all speak English, but they're all gonna give me some weird looks, right? Like, what's this guy doing, right? And I just got real nervous. So I was trying real hard Thursday and Friday. I climbed a ton of points. And I'm about to hit Legend, actually. I didn't end up hitting Legend before this. I almost hit Legend before this episode. I was at 29-20 leading into Saturday night. And then I went straight 2-3s on Sunday. I went 5-2-3s. So I dropped back down to 28-50. But I'm at 29-40 something right now. So my goal is to just go like stream to my patrons right when midnight hits, so I can just hit Legend before I go to London and just like, you know, be done with it. And then I'll bring you the clown makeup too, so you can use it for next week, you know.
Yeah, bring it.
That way you don't have to get clown makeup, right? You eventually might have to go back and get the clown wig and the nose and all that stuff, but we'll let you worry about that later. Yeah, the bet ain't over. The Legend bet ain't over, baby.
I didn't recover from the Loudred stream, unfortunately.
Did you try the GBL after, or were you just like?
I didn't play one day, because.
Oh, you didn't play full day, man. What was I stressing about?
I didn't play one day. I'm pretty much back to like the elo I was before the stream started. And I was thinking, I was just like, so obviously, from the time everyone's hearing this, from the time you lot are hearing this, it would have already started, but we've got this like EUIC week thing going on, and today is the start of 10 sets a day, which is nice.
Is it 10 sets a day just in... Wait, where? Oh, global?
Oh, everywhere, I think. Yeah.
Oh, starting what, Wednesday?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, shoot. Oh, I've 10 sets to hit Legend tonight then if I don't hit it right off the bat. Oh, yeah. We hitting Legend. Man, I'm so bummed because I really want to hit it on the Sunday because one, that'll be within 1 month of the GBL season, and two, I would have been like one of the first like 20 something people in the world to hit Legend. I was feeling pretty good. I was feeling pretty on pace. I was like, hey, I'm feeling on top of my game leading up to EUIC, but it's not really my EUIC team by any means, but But yeah, no, I failed a little bit. Yeah.
Unfortunately,
It's just it's wild. The people in this elo range, like very legit skill based teams for half of them, and the other half, Bastion, Shadowvic, Victory Bell, like ABA, like weird, like rock, like like Steelix, like garbage. Like it's wild what you see, right? It's it's a quite like GBL
I guess
definitely
that's a
ain't
part
this.
of the challenge.
GBL's no show 6, that's for sure. When it comes to team building, you can
This is,
choose your
this
way
is
to the
something
top.
I've
You
been
can choose your way
realizing
to the
as
top.
well. Yeah, I was like, there's some sets here where like you're gonna have to lose 1 to 2 games, not out of choice. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it is what it is. I'm thinking like because of this the 10 sets, I was like, oh, should I carry on playing the same team? Like it's consistent, I'll climb with it. But I'm thinking instead, I'm going to use some things from my EUIC team. I got
That's a good
2
way.
things I want to try.
Yeah.
I want to
Well,
get familiar
especially
with.
because like you already lost the main part of the bet.
Yeah. It's like,
what you're not going to hit legend before me either. It's like what's the
I mean,
you can try running my team. My team's real good though. I climbed a ton with it. Lantern, Spark Lantern, of course. Mandibuzz, Wigglytuff. I feel like I beat like multiple Whiscash leads too, and I beat them. Yeah, that's crazy. But I don't know. My team's super weak to Bastion though. That's usually what gets me. The irony there. Anyway, we'll talk more about EUIC and stuff as we lead into it, but maybe we should get into the YouTube comments from last week. 8th grade says, LOL, the thumbnail got me dead. Anna Cope, the Louder King. Bro, I also saw that Twitter post showing his team. Mans can't cook, get him out of the kitchen. Bro, burn the water. JK, apparently Anicor is my feral bro. Oh, I guess. Oh, yeah, right. Because 8th grade was the one that ran for Hawthorne in my local.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that idea has gone in the bin. But
yeah, I talked to Nabil side about that too. I was like, don't run it, because he was thinking about it too as an option. 8th grade also says, I had no idea that was his secret spice pick for EUIC way back when. I think it's an interesting pick in a seemingly water meta where grasses are kind of down bad. Also, since we're shouting out Tiwasel's Tiwasel, Mans clapped me in Serene that 1 week 2-1. I don't know if I played Serene since then. Damn, clapped him all the way to a different meta. Tiwasel says, will this team draft Anicor's putting on be open to everyone or still only APAC players? Also, an in-person live team draft at Worlds would be kind of cool. So what's
that would be kind of sick. I can't be bothered to organize that, I'll be honest.
For global?
No, the Worlds one. Just because like I want to do
like
it
like a separate like Worlds event.
Yeah,
you want to do that Hawaii?
Nah, I can't be bothered. Because like you know what the thing is, I was like last year, organizing that stuff. Yeah, I was kind of like, oh, I'm done with that, innit? Yeah. So this year, I want to go and enjoy it. I don't really want to have to organize anything, So, but hopefully, so it will be available to everyone. Hopefully, be ready for September season.
Yeah,
and it will be paid entry, but there's also prize pool, and like the paid entry won't be anything too high, especially because it's a whole season, right? So it's like, unless you get like eliminated pretty early on, you still play a few games still. But yeah, unless you do really badly, then you'll be playing like for most of the season in it. So
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If it's something like, let's say, for example, $10 or something like that, yeah, $10 for 3 months seems like pretty feasible. I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm actually really excited about it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Not gonna.
Our person will be interesting too, but it'll just take a long time just for all the drafting and stuff too. So.
Yeah, it is the thing in it. Yeah, the organization. The thing is, though, honestly, if this one is successful, or if this like starts being successful, then maybe next year's Worlds, look at something.
We're thinking really far ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, but that time flies, so yeah.
Yeah. Long-term planning, I realized recently, is kind of good. I used to not be a believer in it when I was younger, in it, yeah. And now I realize, like, it's good because, like, let's say, for example, there was something I was doing, like, on a regular basis, like 10 years ago, yeah. It's now 10 years later. So imagine, like, what that could have amounted up to in it. But, like, back then I was like, I don't even know what I'm doing next month. Yeah, like, what's 10 years? That's wild. So,
you didn't even think you'd be dressed up as Missy Williams, but here we are.
I did.
Time fly. 3 months later, you were laughing at me with the bleach blonde hair, and now look at you.
I mean, look at you still. Yeah, like,
this hair actually kind of looks okay, right? Like, I got a haircut, so it's off the sides, but the top part being like blonde is actually not that bad of a look, right? What you think? You don't like it?
I wouldn't choose it. Let's just say. Yeah.
I choose this over the Misty anyway. T-Ross also said Caleb just doesn't want limited metas because he won't be able to use his Bassi. Look, I'm okay with no Bassi in the metas, right? I mean, honestly, Bassi is harder to use in open metas, I think, than just me not running Bassi. I'm just, But I will say, when we had the team draft stuff, I ran Bassi every time on my team. No one on my team wanted it either, right? Most teams didn't even have Bassi, but I was like, I'll take Bassi.
I mean, fair enough, innit? If you got,
it's
like,
very good in team draft too.
18 picks out of like over 3 players.
Mm-hmm. The best counties or Bassi counters are gone. I faced one person, they didn't have a single fighter or ground type. Wow. They had like Politoed and like Regirock, but Bassi's not that bad into those. Yeah. This was old Politoed though, old Weather Ball, so it's actually pretty OP. But he also says, "Oh, I didn't mean Open Great League versus Open Ultra / Master. I meant Open Great League always versus some Open Great League plus some limited Great League metas. I definitely think things should stay in the Great League because of accessibility, but I think it might be interesting to have some limited metas, like 1 or 2 per year, alternating with Open Great League." Yeah, again, I think it's just more so it's a lot of work to put on whoever's developing the meta, and it could be really hit or miss. So
yeah. I still think,
but they do that for VGC. They have like different like regulations, right? Like
yeah.
So
I still think the way to integrate that is either side events or like locals. And the example for that, so like in VGC, I feel like this didn't give points, right? But it was still an official competition that was like supported. But like sometimes they have these like singles competition, like the one where you can only use metronome, or like ones where you can only use like Galar Pokemon and stuff like that. Like I don't think they give championship points, but they're still like official supported competitions.
It might be like side events, right?
Huh?
Are they like side events?
No, they're like on the online ladder. But I obviously, I don't think we're particularly going to get anything related to that. Like, for example, well, I guess you get GBL, but it's not really the same. But yeah, I could see something like, oh yeah, for this season, you can also earn, a small amount of points by competing in this particular format, and maybe you don't even extend that to challenges. No, you don't even extend that to cups. It's like just challenges, isn't it? So like the most you're going to earn is like 15 or something, and you put like a one per thingy or something like that. The max or something like that, or like 2.
Yeah, I think it's
I'm just thinking like realistic ways of integrating different metas, because I don't think integrating it into the actual official format is realistic.
I just don't think that there's as much interest if it wasn't like you don't get championship points or whatever for it, right? Like that's just like no hate on this, but this is just like what's that thing called? Shoot, I'm in it right now. I'm in the server. Oh, Devon Corp. Devon Corporation, right? Like the Devon format, right? Which is like the new kind of solo format. Like it's just there's not that much traction for it. I give props to people running it and making the metas and doing these monthly cups, but not a lot of people participate in it because there's not as much to gain from it, right?
Mm.
Like even solo Sylph towards the end was dying off. Like even if they didn't close their doors or whatever, like there's just less people interested in the solo Sylph month-to-month stuff, because etc. All the different reasons. But yeah, LATAM also includes Central America, by the way. Yeah, exactly. So huge shout out to Sono Roman, who is the recently hired TPCI Premier Event Manager for LATAM, who I have to assume has played a big role in getting all these LATAM special events out. I think I saw him tweet that this is the first time in 7 years that Mexico has had a special event. That's pretty dope. You didn't know that?
I didn't know he was a TPC thing.
Yeah, I think there were like from what I hear, well, it's a TPCI job, right? I think most TPCI jobs get a lot of traction and a lot of applicants, but I think it was a very competitive one, and it was cool that of all the applicants, because it's not just Pokemon Go, it's like VGC people, TCG people, all stuff. It's like for all play Pokemon, not just Pokemon Go. So it could have been like some VGC person or TCG person that been in the community for years, right, decades. But he was the one hire. Which is wild.
Sick.
So I think he's like no longer part of like 7-Eleven and what, because he can't be, right? Because he's like official TPCI employee. I don't think he's like official like Niantic partner creator anymore either. But like again, understandable. But that's really cool. When I saw that, I was like, dude, that's dope. Like I met him a couple times too, and he's super nice as well. So really good choice. Again, I don't know the other applicants, so it might have been other. I mean, I'm sure there are stellar other applicants too, but it's cool to see that someone that we know in the community too. He said also, are we sure that the LATAM specials have free entry? I don't think they're quite the same as European specials. On that note, I saw on Twitter/X today that apparently the winner of LATAM and NA special events don't get the Auto Worlds invite. Really?
Huh? What? Where did that come from?
But I don't know. That's just what Tiwasa said. But he specified LATAM and NA special events. What are NA special events?
Oh, because they announced another one since our last episode, which is the Puerto Rico.
Okay, yeah. I guess Puerto Rico counts as NA.
That one as well. I've been drowning under these.
But so if you're in Puerto Rico, do you need 500 points because you're in NA? It's a U.S. territory. It's not like its own country. It's considered a U.S. territory.
Yeah.
Which again,
honestly, since they listed it under that, I'm assuming probably because especially because
how the heck you can get a 500 points if you're from Puerto Rico?
I don't know.
Like you have to travel to the U.S. every time for events.
Yeah, that's a bit peak for them, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Where is it?
I don't know though.
Oh, it's flipping next to Dominican Republic. That's a bit unfair.
Yeah. But I don't. But technically, it's part of North America because it's a U.S. territory. Yeah, but it's not like regionally. It's not that close to the other to the 50 states, right? So
yeah, I don't know about the what's it?
Well, if we have confirmation on that, we'll maybe get back on that. But or maybe you could.
Yeah, I was gonna say that I don't know about the the winner not qualifying because
that would be weird. Also, it's weird because you get auto qualification for the EU special events. Why wouldn't you?
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't even think it's a special event thing. I just think any sanctioned official tournament at like a regional/international level this season gets the auto invite.
So I'm looking, and apparently it does cost to sign up.
Yeah, I mean that's not the craziest thing, I guess, but
I know, but obviously the special events in other places have been
well, just EU, right?
Yeah,
that's the only place we've had them, I think. Before this. Well, you keep looking at that. I'll read Ryan's comment. RC Cola says, I think with the strong interest in Battle Frontier after the death of Sylph Faction just shows that there is a ton of viability in a team format. It's personally my favorite format in the game. Solo is cool and all, and having it as the only option is fine, but for the health of the game as an esport, even lightly, I think it'll become necessary. I personally hope both options become available, even if team plays second fiddle to the individual officially on the circuit. Also, on Vancouver, you love to see it with 3 Swablues and top cuts. Mipichu, Dabberdis might not be big names to some, but they are a huge part of our organization. They were both specifically on the San Diego Swablues. Actually, I actually looking back on it, I do know Mewtwo. I met Mewtwo. I don't remember. I mean, I'm sure he definitely was in San Diego regional, but I don't remember if we like met up or anything or like had any interactions. But I do remember him pretty clearly at the LA Cup. I just didn't know that's who Mewtwo was. I remember like seeing him and stuff. I didn't battle him, but and finally, all 4 Swablu teams made the playoffs in NA for Battle Frontier. No feeder teams here. The job isn't finished yet. What about Tea and Pizza? Did you all make all 4 teams?
Yeah. All 4 teams, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I realized that the playoffs this season is a bit different to the playoffs last season, because last season what they did was they split the playoffs, and it was like, this like 20 teams or whatever are doing playoffs for the first 2 tiers, and then the remaining teams below that are doing playoffs for like the remaining tiers below. But this season they've just pulled it all together.
Yeah.
So it's just like, even if you come, bottom seed, you've still got an opportunity to qualify for the top tier. I don't know if that's better or worse. I just thought it was interesting. It's different.
Yeah. Definitely a little different.
Yeah.
Did you find anything on the special events thing?
No, I didn't find anything. No.
We're playing an APAC team actually.
Oh wait, who? Oh, you playing Born for Ashes?
We're playing. Let me see. Well, yeah, Born from Ashes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We're playing.
They were Worlds last year.
Yeah.
I'll be interesting to see. I'm not gonna lie.
We're the higher seed, We're the higher seed. Let me see who I'm playing actually. So we don't have DFH.
They got some very good players,
but we got Kimmy Sui in Great League against Kaibon.
Okay, yeah.
I'm against Gnaw Dog the Razor. Gnaw Dog the Razor.
No.
Monstars and Master Leagues against Poke Hunter 1329.
Never heard of it.
Palmer's up against Chillis FM. I know Chillis. Wait, Chillis is from NA, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, little international recruit. Tiwa Cells against Shin. I don't know who Shin is.
Shin Lena, yeah, it's really good.
It's just Shin.
Oh, right.
Are you sure it's the same person?
It's Shin Lena, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wait, is that the person that's from Korea?
Malaysia.
Oh, Malaysia. Okay.
Yeah.
Auburn's against Kaga Koko-san.
Indian player. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Berto's against Jerpies. Jerpies is also an NA player.
Also American, yeah.
Oh,
but living in Spain, I guess.
Living in Spain?
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
He's living my dream. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought Jerpies was in San Diego for the San Diego regional like a year ago.
Yeah, he moved to Spain recently.
Oh. Yeah. Interesting. Well, 2 of the SoCal Swabblers are facing off right off the bat. It's San Diego.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and then blue is against Pogoats and gold is against Bad Mewtwo's. Which is Bad Mewtwo is interesting because they were like a feeder team to Bad Mewtwo that broke up, but Bad Mewtwo's I guess stuck around. So anyway,
fair enough, mate. So, you know what was said about the team format concurrently? So I think it would be sick, yeah. Again, obviously, like through let's say side events or something. But imagine, they did like an official, unofficial team draft format that would happen, like again online, and then maybe that doesn't work.
I don't know where you're going with. Yeah. Okay, but yeah, to continue on. Well, to continue on RC Cola's comment about like, but for the health of the game as an esport, I think it'll become necessary. Dude, I agree with that so much, and like every passing day, I agree with that more and more. Because so let me tell you this past weekend, it was like the league finals for North America, right? For both like the pro level league, like the highest tier, and they have like a second tier, right? Like that, like they're like semi pros, but they're trying to get to pro level, right? So they had both finals essentially over the weekend, like Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday for the semi pros. And I went to a watch party actually, hosted by an esports org called FlyQuest. They have teams in both the semi pro level and the pro level, but they like sponsor
other in-person watch party.
Yeah, in-person watch party in LA, because all these teams are in LA, right? So they like it's a big org. They have like employees and stuff, right? This is not like, no hate on Mazer, but it's not like Mazer, right? Where they got like 2 people working, Like, it's like a big org that like sponsors a lot, like Valorant and other stuff too, I think, right? And other big esports stuff. So anyway, they're like a tier 1 like org for esports. they hosted a watch party, and they had like drinks, food, everything covered. They had like little giveaways, and it was in a pub, and we had like the second floor of the pub, and like all the TVs were League of Legends, right? It was like a sports pub. People
That's
watching
actually
the like different sports games downstairs, but on our level, right? It was all like League of Legends, and it was just playoffs and everything. And I'm watching it, I'm thinking, this is what esports is, right? I mean, obviously, like what esports is maybe subjective, but I'm thinking this is how you make something an esport. You need big, legit esports orgs. I shouldn't say legit, right? Because smaller esports org may be legit, but big, like tier 1 esports orgs sponsoring players or teams from your game. This FlyQuest, Team Liquid, like Team Soul Mid, TSM, like these orgs, Evil Geniuses, they're not, these big esports orgs are never going to host a watch party for Pokemon Go because they don't have people playing, right? They don't have people, like they don't have a team that's in this, right? They're not invested. They don't have resources. They're not going to cover everyone's food and drinks and stuff. Why would they spend all this money for this when they don't have any investment in the game, right? And I think that's the missing piece to make, honestly, a lot of the Pokemon games the next level of esports, I think. Because if you think about it, Pokemon has been going on competitively for over a decade, right? Like since like VGC and TCG and stuff, they had multiple worlds. We've had multiple world champions in these other games, right? And it's just not on the same level, unfortunately, right? Like, I don't think numbers is everything, but if you look at the combined viewership of the Pokemon games, VGC, TCG, Unite, Pokemon Go combined, it's unfortunately like a small fraction of some of these other esports games. Like, what's it, Rocket League? Like, I don't even understand why people watch this game because it doesn't seem that fun to me. But I mean, I haven't played, to be fair. But there's like hundreds of thousands of people watching this, right? And they're tuning in because they're like very big on it, and it's been around for a while. But like, Pokemon's been around for longer than pretty much all
these games. Do you think it has to do as well with like the fact that they don't allow sponsorships?
No, I don't. I don't think so because, well, no, because that's sponsoring. Like, Pokemon's not going to play an ad in the middle of their broadcast. But like, let's say if you're sponsored by like Team Liquid, they're not going to not allow you to wear a jersey on stage as long as you submit the approval process.
No, but it's like, what's the point of an esports organization investing in this game when the prize pools are not as big as like some other games? Unless there's like precedent for them investing in games where the prize pools are small
because the thing is, I don't know, like when these players win these tournaments and they get prize money for it, I don't think that much of the money actually goes back to the org. They're not doing it for that.
But then it's like, if the prize pools were bigger, maybe it would draw more of a competitor base, and then as a result, it's like more worth the teams investing in it because they're like, well, loads of people are watching. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if it's like a knock-on effect.
I don't know if it's just a prize pool thing. Well, here's the thing: Pokemon Unite's prize pool isn't that massive. It's actually bigger than all the other games, though.
Right.
But it's not that massive. But they have a tier 1 org, Luminosity, sponsoring.
Oh, really?
The World team, yeah. But that's like the first tier 1 org, I think, to sponsor any Pokemon team. Yeah. I mean, I think Pokemon Unite does have the unique opportunity to be one of the first Pokemon games to have a lot of tier 1 sponsored orgs because they inherently have a team format that makes it easier for like the esports orgs to invest in. I don't really understand the funding structure, right, of esports orgs. Like, I think like they get a lot of like venture capital investments and stuff. Like, I think like, what's his name? I think Drake owns like a portion of 100 Thieves, right? Like, there's like, they have yeah, I know. They have a bunch of like people funding these orgs because I don't think they get that much money. Like, their money is sponsorships from other deals. Like, I think like 100 Thieves, I think they're sponsored by Cash App, or they used to be. Team Liquid, I didn't even realize this, but at least their League of Legends group is sponsored by Honda, like the car. So they're called Team Liquid Honda.
That's so random because it's like, do you really think that some geezer watching an esports broadcast is going to be like, you know what?
I'm gonna go buy a Honda car.
It's going to be a Honda. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how, like, I don't understand, right, why these big corporations work with them. Maybe they have different deals, right? Like, get this much money off if you blah blah blah. I don't know. For cars as well, Cash App makes sense. Right? You could be like, oh,
Cash App is like, everyone can
whatever.
Use that, right?
Yeah.
But like,
so anyway, that's how I think a lot of these esports works. They get it from like these big funders maybe venture capitals and capitalists and I don't even know what the heck I'm talking about, but I think that's just generally how they do it. But it's not because our team won World, so we're going to take like 50% of their cut, right? That's not how they fund their org. In fact, they're usually paying the players to play, right? And they're doing that. So anyway, that's I don't know. I don't think any of these tier 1 esports orgs are ever going to fund players, sponsor players. If it's just solo formats. And here's the thing. I could be mistaken, right? Because I've never tried this myself. But if Doombug's using like a lesser known esports org that's sponsoring him, right? You got like Asylum too, right? I think sponsoring like Battle Bill, like what do you call it? Like AJ as well, right? Sponsored by Asylum, right? And some other people. They're smaller esports orgs. And so I don't know actually about Battle Bill and AJ, right? Maybe they haven't gone through this process, but I think someone like Doombug would not be using a smaller sponsor if he had other options. Like I think someone like Doombug would be like, "Oh, let me hit up like Team Liquid or 100 Thieves and see if they want to sponsor me," right? And they always said, "No, we're not going to do Pokemon Go," right? Like I doubt that like Doombug woke up one day and was like, "You know what? My first go-to esports org is Logger." Right?
Do you know what? I
like
think one
it's
of
going
two
to be
things,
Mazer,
though.
right? Like no, like Mazer went because they're a smaller esports org and they're trying to break into a lot of spaces, and it was a smart decision by them. There wasn't much Pogo. There weren't any Pogo sponsorships, right? Like from esports orgs back then, so they just ventured into that space. But yeah, I don't. Again, is it necessary? I don't know. That might be subjective, right? Like, I don't think it's necessary, but I think that would elevate Pokemon Go / VGC and TCG to the next level. But how do you convince them?
True. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope something along the lines of like, maybe growing the game through like content creators might help. I don't know.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't see the exact path, but I feel like maybe that's a good start.
Yeah, I mean, content creators will exist for all games anyway, but like that is
like
free marketing for the games too.
Yeah.
But I just don't know. Like, I don't know. I would love one day for Pokemon Go to even consider some type of team format on the official circuit. Again, it's just weird. Like, it's hard to split the base, right? But also, like, how do you? I don't know. It'll be something. Maybe I could bring it up with production one day and see what they think. It's just like there's just so many loops and bounds to go through at that point. Like, it's not a small ass, right? It's not like, hey, can we try this one day? Like, what? Like, how's that gonna work? Even for one regional, you say for LA regional, can we just do a team format? Like, what? Like, what are people signing up for, right? Oh, actually, speaking of which, I should check this out. Guess how many people are signing up for the LA regional? Because it's gonna be a big one.
I'm gonna guess 60 because I just don't have any faith in you lot.
60?
Yeah.
87.
That was pretty close. I'm not gonna lie.
Tickets came out less than a week ago. Come on now.
Yeah, I know, but it's still slightly disappointing.
It's the last regional in NA of
that makes
the
even
season.
Worse.
I know. Yeah. Well, no. It makes it make more sense. Because a lot of people fly all the way out to LA when they were having enough points, or they could just go to New Orleans instead.
Yeah, but that's why I expected more than 80.
Why?
Because I feel like usually the initial numbers are relatively close to the final number, right? So let's say for example you get 20 more people. Yeah, you've only just broken 100.
No, I think
I wanted to see more than 128. Huh?
I hope so too. It's
I want to see more than
one
128
of the largest cities in the country.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. Otherwise, I'll be disappointed. Yeah, I don't know for sure, but I think all the LATAM regionals filled up pretty quickly as well.
Yeah, me being dumb, refreshing right when the tickets go on sale, like someone will snatch up my spot. I asked someone that signed up for TCG, and he said there was like 1,000 plus already, like within a minute.
Yeah, so. One day, man, one day.
So hopefully, I don't honestly those days though. those are going to be long tournaments. We think 320 in 3 days is going to be long.
Yeah. But as in, actually,
long tournament.
Is it really long? Because it's like, obviously, assuming
1,000
that you
something,
have
yeah.
No, but assuming you have all the like the infrastructure's fine, right? It's still double elimination, so you're still halving the amount of competitors after
You
like a
need
couple
more
of rounds.
phones and stuff, I think, right?
Yeah,
And
that's what
also,
I'm
like,
saying. So
if
assuming the
there's
infrastructure is fine, then the actual tournament
well,
setup
it
is
depends.
not
If we're still doing
necessarily
double
going to be any
elim,
longer.
if we're doing
Yeah.
Swiss,
If
it's
we're
going to
doing
take a
Swiss,
long
that's
time.
insane.
Because you have to wait for every match around. And like, there's a single battle review. Like, sometimes they're reviewing a battle on stage, right? And like, this is not like the fault of judges or whatever, right? Sometimes game issues happen or whatever. It's a complicated thing. Dude, that means if you're off stage, you can't start the next battle either. You're just sitting there waiting.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. At this point, I don't think we're going to get Swiss.
And
I think that's fine.
I don't think we need Swiss.
Yeah.
Yet.
So double elimination. Yeah.
I think double elim is fine for like up to like 500. Maybe.
Why would you say more than 500 needs Swiss?
No, it becomes a logistical. I think it took way too long. Double elim with that many people. Well, it depends how many
but
phones
again,
you have.
You're like halving. You're using. I guess you're using less phones. And you're
but
also
the thing is like but think
competitors.
about this, right? We go from like 4 groups with like less under 128 to like 8 groups with over 128 to like I don't know how many groups, right? More than 16 groups, right? With 500 something. But the thing is, you can't play all 16 at the same time. You're playing like 2 groups at once. It's going to take you like 3 hours between every round.
Nah, you'd have like a morning and an afternoon. Nah.
No, it's not. But it's not even morning, afternoon. Even if you start concurrently, you still won't like. No, if you start it will be like a morning and an evening, right? You go from like 9 to 9, and the other guy from like 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. Like it's gonna take. I think it's logistically it's gonna take way too long, unless you like triple the amount of phones. But then you need more judges too.
But then
right?
you'd also do a larger top cut, so I don't think it would actually take as long. I'm not gonna lie.
You can only do so large of a top. Well, no, yeah, okay, but no, I get you. A larger top cut. The larger top cut is not going to account for the extra people, right? Think about it this way: 128, right? What's the top cut? 16, right?
Right.
320. What's the top cut? Right? 32. You're only adding another 16 players on, but you have over 100 more players, right? That added on regularly. The larger top cut doesn't save that much time.
But you're splitting. Okay, well, it doesn't matter.
We're talking to the math expert Anicor here. The math. Come on.
Well, we'll deal with this when the time comes.
Yeah, we'll deal with for the time being. Honestly, we probably could have hit close to 500 on.
I think so.
On Pokemon Go for EUIC, but
I think next year they'll probably be more prepared to open. Or then again, who knows? Maybe they for NAIC maybe they allow the cap to be higher.
Maybe,
but I reckon
I don't
next
think there's
year
that many Europeans that want to come to NAIC though. I know Hard Jeff wants to go.
Yeah, well,
how many Europeans are planning on going to NAIC? You have you're closer to the pulse.
Yeah,
of
no idea.
EU players.
No idea. But I assume not very many because I think like realistically with the combination of like events and
also
locals,
Hawaii gonna be expensive to fly to. Why fly to NAIC?
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Why you save the money for
I think
Hawaii?
most people are just are pretty satisfied with like if you're gonna fly anywhere, do you know what I mean? In it, yeah, then you may as well fly somewhere for like a cup challenge combination or like 2 cups or something like that, you know what I mean? Or just another regional really. So
Greasy Cuisine says, on the topic of accessibility, something the main series games have done that I hope comes to go is bring bottle caps to the game. If you don't know bottle caps, increase the IVs of Pokemon. Yeah. And they also have something in now, I think, in the game where it allows you to lower IVs too. So not even increase IVs, but also lower. So fantastic accessibility. VGC also had that huge like issue at Worlds where like I think it was like a ton of their VGC competitors were like banned because they like detected like duping or all this other sketchy stuff. So that helps avoid that, right? Again, that's good, right? Like you would hate for players if they found out like, oh, they like rock their Pokemon, right? Rock their Lickitung to level 50 or, spoof for something, right? When you could just, I don't know. Anyway, y'all get what I'm saying. Grease also, this would be super beneficial for making Master League more accessible and some Ultra League picks. Even if it's just as more rare than Rare Candy XL, I still think it would motivate people to play more. Sometimes the only reason I do raids or do them as much as I do is for the chance of Rare Candy XL. Great point. Yeah, I think a big factor of that is Niantic just like raids is a huge income factor for Niantic, and they're scared they're going to lose that if they have like IV manipulation items.
Yeah.
My argument would be if you make them fairly rare, people are still going to raid. Dude, honestly, is it really as important as like I think like Niantic may have like the wrong idea here. The people that raid a lot are going to raid a lot regardless. The people that aren't going to raid a lot are not going to raid a lot regardless. Like, you look at someone like all the whales in this game. You look at like a Brandon Ton or like a Fleece King. You think they care if there's an item that can increase the IV calculation? Dude, they got like 600 Rayquaza already, right?
Yeah,
They
it's
don't
true.
need it for the IVs. They're
Like...
just raiding to raid or for flexing or whatever. And in the main series game too, there's like a differentiation of if a Pokemon was bottle capped to get perfect IVs or not. So you can have the purists be like, I want a clean cut, like caught 100 IVs. I don't want no bottle cap one, right? I don't want no artificial 100 IV Pokemon, right? So a lot of the hardcore raiders and collectors are still going to go for those. They're not going to care about the bottle cap ones, right? I don't know. I think it would be really, really cool to have that and the thing that lowers IVs too. I think that would be huge.
Yeah.
It makes PvP
I've been
a lot
doing
more accessible.
IV research recently. It's a pain, man. Literally, I'm like, obviously having to like catch things. Okay, obviously having to catch things is good.
How was your shadow event, by the way? Did you pick up any good shadow IV stuff?
I think so.
Let me show you something that looked super good. Here, let me just get rid of the nickname so you don't see what rank it is. All right. So this is my shadow Totodile, right? I got from this past event.
What rank is it?
Look at this IV spread.
Well, then I can just Google what rank it is.
I'll tell you, obviously, but look at the spread is a 0, 14, 12.
Yeah, that's kind of mad. Yeah,
it looks amazing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, at best, it was a rank 41 Ultra League. Hits like 2486 CP or something. Is it one of those? So troll, yeah.
Yeah, do you know what? I was actually looking, I was comparing a few of the Totodiles because I already had a for Alligator built, and I was like, I wonder if any of the new ones I got are any better.
Wait, how good is yours
one
again?
of them is technically...
How good is your Great League one?
It's like a...
Oh, you don't want to give me
the
rank.
Right? Yeah.
Type it out.
I don't actually know. Fam, you've got it. I sent you a screenshot yesterday.
True. Yeah.
But basically,
it's on your team.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, maybe I shouldn't spoil this then.
Yeah, it's fine. The thing is, though, is that like I was comparing, and some of those spreads that look like yours, what I realized is I was like plugging them in, and it's like there'll be one stat point too high, and then it just bumps it over the threshold, and then it just makes it bad. Do you know what I mean? Innit? Yeah. Whereas like if you had like, you know, yours is like what 0-14 something, it's probably like if it was 0-13, then it would have been really high rank for Great League.
Mine was a 0, mine was a 0-14-12, right? Actually, I'm curious I could just check this up right now, what the rank 1 is and see how far away I was actually from the rank 1. Because that would be, as you say, peak. Oh, that's that's a weird spread. The rank 1's is 0-11-13.
0-11-13.
If you looked at my spread, you would probably think mine is better, right? But that's a rank 1. That's a rank 1 for Great League, and then for Ultra League, it's a 1-15-14. Yeah. Anyway.
Fair enough.
Yeah, close. Maybe not as close as I thought it was, but they look good. Yeah. Anyway, to Greasy's point, I think that would be nice to have. He also continues, I personally have so many 96-98% shinies that I would love to be a Shundo and even shadows and legendaries and other Master League Pokemon that I would love to max out, and I would if I could make them hundos. Dude, for real, I got my Zarude and it's garbage. My second Zarude, oh my gosh. Look, if I search up Zarude, I don't even know which one's the new one, which one's the old one, right? Look, I think this is my new one, right? What is that?
Okay, that's appalling.
12, 11, 14. And my old one, 11, 11, 15. I don't know which one's worse and which one's better.
Well, you've got one extra attack on the new one.
Literally, yeah. So... I got one extra attack for the cost of 1 HP.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do with this route?
You know?
Like it's stupid because it doesn't encourage people to buy the tickets either, because like you're buying a ticket for a small gamble chance.
Yeah,
and maybe that's what they're hoping for. I don't know.
Maybe that's the goal in it. Yeah.
Yeah, like
actually, you know what? I did
Mythicals.
Mewtwo raid day this weekend, and I realized, like I kind of did it the first time round, but not really. Like I must have done like 7 in one area, and that was it. And yeah. So I did it in London this time, and there was actually a lot of people. But it was also a lot of walking in it, because it's not really convenient to drive around London. A lot of walking and a lot of bus. And when I realized that was the case, like obviously the raids aren't on every single gym, and I was like, oh, I don't know if this is going to go well. But it actually went well, because I did about 2 hours, and I got a purified Shadow Hundo, and then also a like.
Wait, what's a purified Shadow Hundo? It's a purified Hundo, right?
Oh, purified shiny one. Sorry.
Yeah, shiny.
shiny
okay.
Hundo, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good. So you got Shundo.
So yeah, technically, yeah. I guess like the first one.
Well, if you purify,
and then 15, 15, 12 Shadow.
What was?
And I was like, honestly,
what was the Hundo before you purified it?
Like 13, 15, something like that.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's probably not worth keeping. Yeah.
So I was like, honestly, that'll do me. 2 hours worth of work. And
you have to XL.
Yeah, everyone else was like, there were some people who were like, yeah, we're doing this until 9 at night. I was like, good luck, mate.
This is why you ain't ever winning no Stardust bet.
Yeah. That is
2 hours of raids. I'm good. Can you just hop on a bus and stay on the bus until you're done raiding?
No, because it's like, obviously, where's the bus like going? Do you know what I mean?
I don't know.
You need to actually actively look for them. Because they're not on all the things.
I know, but I just sit on the bus until you get near one. You just like hop in.
Well, you might just never get near one, innit? And then also you need to get near one that's like actually got enough people as well, innit? So
well, you just get a bunch of buddies. You're sitting on the same bus and just ride. I don't know. Yeah, it's probably more complicated.
Sounds too long. I did do a couple like on the second day with my brother, but like all we did, we were like, okay, we haven't left the house today, so we were like, go into central London.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Chances are there's going to be people playing there, and like if we see a raid, there's going to be people trying to enter it in it, because it's central London. And we managed to do like 4 or 5 within the space of like about an hour.
Okay.
Like, yeah, that's cool.
That's nice. Greasy Cuisine also says, I know Caleb has like over 700 XL Xerneas candy, but doesn't have a hundo. That problem could be easily fixed if he could just bottle cap that beast. Yep. For real, I do have over 700 Xerneas candy. It's crazy. The way I think it should work is exactly like purifying Pokemon. It raises each stat by 2, and then once you use a bottle cap, you can't use it again. This will help from breaking the game, but also motivate people to get a higher IV mon, and would potentially motivate people to raid more, since all they would have to do is get enough raids to max it out, then use a bottle cap and they're set. What do you guys think of this idea, and how would you want it to work? Also, is there anything you guys want added to the game that would improve quality of life or accessibility? Honestly, like even without the 2, I would be down for, right? 2's like,
I'm happy with 1, because like that's going to be really annoying when you only need 1 more stat for something. Yeah, to hit like for like a great relevant thing in it, and then
you're talking about for PvP purposes.
Long. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Honestly, I think it should just raise by 1, and you have one that bumps your stats up and one that lowers your stats. I forgot what the name of the item is in VGC, but
like
you just bring that item over, bottle cap and the thing, right? By just 1 each, you can make a rare item. Because I think 1, even though 2 is nice for like if you're trying to make a hundo work, right? Like if you have 96, you could just easily make it with 1 bottle cap. I would honestly say I'd rather just cost 2 bottle cap for the control of the 1 IV.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
It's gonna be more costly.
Also thinking about it, like elite TMs seem to be on the same, or like elite TMs seem to be rare enough where if you made this the same rarity as those, it wouldn't be that groundbreaking, right? Because it's like, okay, look, I've got like maybe 20 I've got maybe like 25 elite TMs since I started playing from the beginning. You
can sell these too, just like elite TMs are sold in these community boxes.
Yeah, exactly.
You can make so much revenue on it. You can only buy 1 per community day. Sure, that's fine. Everyone will buy them.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna buy them. Yeah, okay, maybe they don't raid as much with it. They still need 296 XLs to make a legendary. That's plenty of rating, right?
Yeah.
For each person that's going to make it. That I ain't going to ever spend rare XL candy on the Zarude. Like if you let me bottle cap this and make it up, I might actually invest in it, right? Like one will give, especially these mythicals, you can't trade. You get like 1 or 2 of. When are you ever going to run a Mew in Master League if you don't have the good IVs for it? When are you ever going to run a Meloetta or, whatever, all these other things, right? You're not. Right? It's just not possible. Cosmog, you at least could trade, which is nice. But even then, like, you got like just poach on a bunch of like unsuspecting locals for their Cosmog, right?
Yeah. I didn't realize you get 4 though. So that like makes it a
up
bit
to
easier.
4, yeah. I lucky traded all of them. I even got lucky trade from someone that I got 2 Cosmog from people that I didn't even give Cosmog to. I gave like 1 of Raikou or something. And
I'm trying to find those,
Yeah, they don't know what they're doing. They're just my like.
I got some locals
back at home.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, we're lucky friends. Oh yeah, Cosmog. Oh, he's like, oh, you want this Rayquaza, right? This Pokemon's really good.
Shiny.
Yeah, what are you gonna do with this little cloud? Nothing. I think I gave 1 a Regice and the other one a Rayquaza. The Regice one was they're just like, give me whatever. I was like, oh, okay. Let me get rid of this.
Take this Trapinch.
Yeah. Infant Smash said, I would love to see a rotation yearly for play. Let them announce, just so you know, next year will be Ultra League, so take this year to prepare. Ooh, that could be good, like a year in advance. As for the disadvantage for under-level trainers, get to grinding kids. I would love to see new faces and storylines for the stream. And then he also said Mystic 7 did the sock trick on the live stream. It's very cringe. And talk about like you shaking the sock.
Oh yeah, that's really weird. Yeah.
Honestly, a year in advance, not the craziest idea. I think that could be a way to like get people grinding and stuff. Like
what
much
precedent have we had on them announcing anything a year in advance?
Dude, I mean,
when we're 3 months away from the World Championships.
Dude, I don't. Okay, anyway, for those that are curious, World Championship dates will be announced after EUIC. So
is that actually?
Yeah, it was announced in the EUIC preview show.
Oh,
so.
Okay.
I think that's actually a good transition for us though for EUIC. So obviously there's not too much events going on, like I said, so we'll just talk briefly about it. A shout out to Niantic though for posting. They have like a small like article on like EUIC on their news site, but they also pushed it to all the in-app stuff. Did you see it yet? Yeah, you saw it, right? If you open the app today. On time, yeah, before the thing started,
the event starts, yeah.
And they just say, this is second international of the season, blah blah blah, and it'll be happening from Friday to Sunday, and you can watch the battles live, right, which is really cool. And then they talk about, you can receive different Twitch drops as well, which is awesome too. And they post the links to it, which is really cool. And then also they announced the commentators, Zoe as a host, and then also they show the time of it, and it's all these time stamps are okay. They didn't actually specify, but they should. It's oh no, they are. All times are listed in Pacific Daylight Saving Time. So it's a little unfortunate if you are on like the Western Hemisphere, but the stream starts at 1 a.m. Yeah. It's 1 a.m. to 1 p.m.
I back the drops though. Also, let's be honest, man. People playing games, they don't exactly have the best sleeping schedules anyway. So
but also like it's from like 1 a.m. to 1 p.m. Like honestly, if you go to sleep and wake up at 8 a.m., you'll still catch like 5 hours or so. So it's not that big deal.
But yeah, I back the drops because you know what? Anything that gets people onto the stream to potentially get interested in the game.
30 minutes is not that long either. Dude, you know what I did at Worlds? I was watching the 30 minutes on my phone on stage. I just hopped in. So I can get 2 shots too. Yeah. While commentating.
I just turned my days. Bruv, the last time there was a drop, I can't remember what it was for. It wasn't for a regional, it was like for that Go Battle weekend where it was like Speedy and
like trainer tips
they were doing that.
Accent, yeah.
Bruv, I was there for whatever time they said they were, I had it muted in the background, whatever in it, but like it was taking up computer power,
right.
It was very validly taking up computer power.
Okay.
And I didn't get nothing. I was putting in the code and they were like, an issue. And then someone was like, it seems like it was a limited amount. Why?
Well, I hope
for what reason?
Yeah, they messed up there. I don't know why.
Why'd you need to make it limited? It's not even a real thing.
That's these aren't real currency. Yeah, that's a Niantic thing. That's not a.
That was so annoying, man.
But I don't know. Anyway. Hopefully they change that for this one because I think. Yeah, they should.
Yeah, bruv. If these people tuning in Pokecode, all these Pokecode dons tuning in.
Dude, I'm going to be tuning in at UIC at the venue. I'll be sitting in the spectator audience. I'm going to be watching my favorite Misty Williams on stage battling it out. And I'm going to be having Twitch drops open up 30 minutes, right?
That's probably the best time. Let's be honest. That's probably the best time to get your Twitch drops.
That battle on stage going to last at least 30 minutes with Misty fumbling around with the suspenders trying to scan the other person's QR code, Anyway, on top of that too, they have London Games Festival, which is
that's cool, but I really didn't understand what it was referencing.
I don't know either, but I don't know because you're from the UK, right? But it celebrates the 9th anniversary of the citywide event where players from across the country can connect with fellow enthusiasts.
Flipping hell.
What is that? What is the London Games Festival? You never heard of it? You're from the area. Well, anyway, from the 29th of March, which is already passed, till the 15th of April. So it's like during EUIC, beyond that too, which is nice. They have some IRL gameplay and bonuses for you that you don't want to miss out. In-game offer 50% off our special bundle offer, 2 incense, 2 super incubators, and 2 lucky eyes for 320 coins, which it's not that great. But offer is for all UK and Ireland players, so you can take advantage of it if you can't attend the festival. Oh, I guess you have to be. Well, what if I'm in the UK? Do I still get the bonus?
Do you know what they said?
Oh, here's what it says. Right, following that sentence. In London for those dates, take part in person for the IRL gameplay, which will be geolocated in and around the Battersea Power Station only. I don't know what the heck the Battersea.
That's like kind of the other side of London.
Oh, it's not around the UIC venue. Oh, no. It says you'll be able to unlock exclusive event extras and rewards. Blah blah blah. You get different Pokemon counters. I guess it's raid live, so people should already know what it is. I don't know what it is though. I don't know. Maybe it's not that tied into UIC than I thought it was. But lures are 3 hours.
I just googled London Games Festival and it's just like something happening. I don't know why they're doing it.
You get half Stardust cost for trades too, but I thought this was around USC. Cool. But I guess
I think the half Stardust cost must be like you can just do it anytime wherever you are in London.
Really?
Because like that sounds kind of long to be
maybe
only doing your trades around Battersea Power Stations.
I mean, there's usually some type of bonus too during the actual like play Pokemon event stuff. So maybe. But yeah, that's about it for UIC. Okay, so I got a question for you. Butters asked about this on his tweet when he said he was going to be commentating. How many NE players do you think makes top cut?
Top cut is 32, isn't it? Yeah.
You don't know every NE player going, but you know a good chunk that are going.
Yeah.
You don't
honestly, do you know what? Honestly, I think I'm gonna do percentage, right? I think maybe only.
Just give me a number out of 32. Don't give me like.
Okay,
I don't want to
be
like calculate 7% out of 32. 5?
Yeah, I think like 5. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Do you know why? Because you know what? Like one thing. So last year's EUIC, I'd say, innit? Yeah. I feel like sometimes for whatever reason, right? I feel like the home turf advantage is the thing. Maybe it's also because like there's a higher percentage of players from
home turf advantage. What the heck? What
the
heck's a nighttime clasher?
No, I'm talking about like in terms of converting into like top cut amounts, right? So like for example, I can't remember the top cut of Liverpool, but there was probably a decent amount of UK players compared to non-UK players, right?
Well, yeah, but that's because there's probably more UK players to start out.
Yeah, exactly, right. So it's like you'll have more European players in general. So I think, and then also if you consider the fact that it's like double elimination in groups, right? So you're expecting every player to come first or second in their group, right? So that's a difficult task anyway. I think if you've got the numbers advantage, it's a bit easier. So I think 5 might even be generous because again, I don't know who's attending. I know like Doombug, Axon, Rise, but that's all I know, right? So I don't know if any other good players are attending. Oh yeah. So I don't know if any other good players are attending. But you know what I mean? And it's like it's not many. We know a few players are attending.
Nighttime Clasher, the Liverpool champion.
What, the European guy? Yeah.
Oh okay. Yeah. Whatever you need to do to sell this guy, 5 is being generous. This concept.
But I think
the world champion. the leader of the championship
I think
points.
5 is probably realistic.
I think the NA players are going to have advantage in the seeding too, because we have more events, so a lot of them have a lot more championship points. Like Dumo's going to be seed number 1 coming into this tournament.
Yeah, but they're still going to be split into. So I was looking at it, right, and I think the seeding, depending on how many people don't actually attend, I don't think the seeding's really going to make much of a difference because you still have 16 groups. And let's do a bit of calculator maths here, right? So
your colleague Adib Khan's going too.
Oh yeah, Mr. First Place Leaderboard,
world's top cutter, Ramberto's going.
Okay, so you got 20 people in each group, yeah. Which I
your
think
Farrell
means
brother
that you
the
have
Great's going.
Yeah, okay. But look, 20 people in each group, yeah. So that means you have 16 as a normal bracket, and then you have 4 players underneath, right? So that means seeding doesn't actually give you too much benefit.
Seeding
necessarily.
There's no way seeding doesn't give you a benefit. Seeding definitely gives you a benefit here.
No. As in, like, in this situation, yeah, you're not necessarily okay. You're gonna get a bye, but you're getting a bye with 15 other players in your group. So the bye part isn't relevant, right? So obviously the bottom seeds are gonna have to play 1 extra round, but that's only 4 players per group. And then on top of that as well, yeah, they balance out the groups in according to seeding. But what's the difference when you get, like if you look at the first, let's say, page of the championship points, right? You're splitting those into 16 groups. You're going to get like at least 5 good players in your group regardless. So I don't think it makes much of a difference. Like, does it make much of a difference if you've got Doombug in your group versus if you've got let me see who's on this player leaderboard.
I definitely don't want Doombug in my group. What you mean? It doesn't make a difference. Of course it makes a difference.
No. Because look. Let's say you got Doombug.
You'll eventually have to
group,
face him if you're trying to go on the winner's side, and he's trying to go on the winner's side.
But look, you got Doombugger in your group, yeah. Or if you go down to like page 2 of the global leaderboard, yeah, you've got someone like Scaffo in your group, yeah. What's the difference? Same thing,
I don't know. How many events
I don't think you want to play
won?
either of them,
How many regionals has Scaffo won?
How many far did Doombug get in Worlds? Yeah, I thought so.
You're one European champion, Hope.
Let's just.
That's all you got. Yeah,
let's just put that.
Thank God for Scaffo too, man. That's the biggest claim to his name. No, he's a great battler. Don't get me wrong, but I'd rather face Scaffo over Doombug. You don't think it matters? I don't
think it matters.
No hate on Scaffo, but I would rather face Scaffo over Doombug.
Yeah, I don't.
Dude, the man won 2 regionals. One with the record-setting losers run, right? Without
I'm not denying he's a good player, yeah.
And the other one with like a 90+% win rate on the winner's side.
Yeah, but I'm not denying he's a good
player. He's a previous Sylph World
like,
champion. He's multiple GBL number 1. He's the one person that's held the Sylph rank 1 and GBL rank 1 leaderboard at the same exact time. That's never even been done by anyone else. It's crazy. His resume is scary strong. Yeah, no one's ever done that before besides him.
Mad.
I hope you get Doombug round 1. Player, then I hope Misty and Doombug are on stage round. That's one way to kick off EUIC. That's for sure, right? If I'm tired at 1 a.m. tuning in from at home in LA, you best bet I'm gonna be awake after that one, right? I'm like, Misty.
Do you know what? Yeah, you know what? I never actually tune into streams on Twitch because I don't like using Twitch. I will actually. Yeah, but like nobody like chats on YouTube, innit? I don't know if they have a chat.
I think they do, but I don't know if people chat or not.
I don't think people chat on YouTube. I will actually retune into my game and look at the comments, innit? Yeah, I wanna see the complaints first, being like, why do we keep having these players on stream? Yeah, like, and then, hey, just clap Doombug. Yeah, what are you saying? Anyway.
You better look. That's my one goal for you. Is you better make it on stream, right? Like if you drop down to the losers bracket round 1, I'm gonna be heated, right?
Yeah.
Like you better make it because you know how they start some of the games before the stream even starts, right? So like, so
true,
it's possible you like just like even if you win, you might lose like the next one before you even get on stream. So I love his timing too, right? But okay. Well, I said 10.
10.
Nah,
that's too much.
And you think so?
Yeah. Well, I don't even think you could name me 10 people who I expect to be at Top Cut. Not gonna lie.
I won't name myself.
Again, I don't know who's turning up in it, but like,
you got Acton, you got Rise, you got Doombug. I mean, the problem is that some of them might be in the same bracket, so it might be a little cannibalism there. You got Nighttime Quasher, you got Arrow, you got Ramberto, you got X Gerald. You got.
It's not gonna be 10.
Huh?
Nah, it's not gonna be 10. I'm sorry.
you got some people. There's some people. Maybe 10's a little. Nah, you got some people.
Yeah. Nah, I don't think so. Anyway, the competition's stiff, so
we'll see who's closer. But yeah, maybe 5 is a little more generous. We'll see. We'll see. Clearly, I need to make it into that number too if I want to try to help change that. Honestly, if only like one NA player makes it too, and I'm the NA player, I'll take it. but I don't think that's going to be the case. Yeah, watch me just go 0-2. That would be very sad. I kind of want the bye so that I at least get like a 1 win. But the bye doesn't even give you a win, right? You just avoid opponent.
Nah, you're just second. You're just second round.
But placement wise, it does help.
Yeah.
So it might not look like in the record, but I still might.
But again, everyone's kind of like starting from that. Like a majority of the players are starting from that.
Though. Some
majority.
Yeah.
Oh, like a huge majority, right? So.
Yeah. All right. GBL Elo check. What you at? 25 something. I think I said earlier. I'm at 29, like 40 something. I'm 1-1 in my current set, so I'm trying to get like 26 tonight.
Something. Maybe just like high 26 or something like that.
Be on the lookout. I might tag you on X later in a couple hours that I hit Legend.
That's fine.
Legend before EUIC. We said that wasn't even possible, but
yeah, I think maybe we underestimated the scope is
underestimated me. You underestimated me. What you mean? What do you mean we? What's the we part? I was trying to do it.
This is a collective show, right? Yeah. We collectively.
No, look. Let me. Don't get me wrong, right? I underestimated you last time, but I'm never doing it again, right? I'm full floor to the pedal to the floor, right? Full on gas. Flooring it ahead for all future bets. I did say something though when I was talking about my Patreon stream too. When I was trying to hit 2850, I was like, you know what? This Misty bet is awful. Like losing it in my mind is like, look, bleaching my hair. If I had to be like a Nurse Joy cosplay at home on stream, different story, right? I cover my own home, whatever. I can take off my stuff. Walking around in London at the Excel Center with thousands of people, right? Not even just Pokemon Go. It's not even like, oh, we're at a pub with just Pokemon Go community, right?
Yeah.
There's like little kids, right, in the juniors division for BGC and TCG walking around with their family and kids and everything. Yeah. Dude, you might miss one of your matches because they're held up taking photos, right? And you're missing the 15-minute warning, right? They might try to get you on stream and you're already signing autographs and taking pictures of people, right? Dude, the amount
I'm not gonna lie, I don't even think it will be that bad, to be honest. Like,
I'm glad I'm happy for you that you don't have like this sense of pride, right? That I seem to have, because I don't think I could stomach that embarrassment in public, right? Like you can. You clearly can, right? I don't when you actually no, you're gonna change into it at the venue. You should probably test on the outfit beforehand, right? Can you send me a picture, like a preview picture, just so I guarantee when you put this on, you can't stop yourself from laughing, right? But anyway, this is like peak embarrassment that I don't think I can handle. And I remember saying on stream, I was like, I don't ever want to do a bet like this again, this high stakes, because I don't think I could. Like the bleaching hair thing sucked, but like I didn't mind doing it, right? I went for it, I leaned into it, I embraced it. There's nothing embraceable about this Misty Williams thing, right? Maybe you can embrace it, that's fine. But I can't. I'll embrace that you lost. Right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, obviously, it's a bit inconvenient the fact that, like, for me, it's like, oh, my first European event for like a year and a half or something like that. Innit?
You're dressed up with your bare legs touching the cold seats.
I don't care. Like I said, innit? My biggest worry is if I'm actually cold, innit?
You might be.
That's really my big story.
You
I'm generally like, honestly, I was a bit more thingy about the bleach thing, innit? Because also, like, how much you said it cost to bleach your hair? Like $200 or something.
Yeah, it's fine. We can expense it. We'll expense it for the Battlecast podcast.
Yeah.
We'll throw on the tab. I'll expense your Misty stuff too, right? It's a business cost, right? When we're running some merchant ads, we'll do it. We'll do it. We'll get that sponsorship that Anicor keeps promising.
Yeah, true that.
Okay. Well, we'll figure out what. Well, we still have plenty of time for next season. We still have like 2 months before, so we can figure out some legend bet for that one too. But maybe the next legend
Master
bet...
League when it comes around again.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy some Master League when it comes around again.
Oh yeah, you gotta do the Stardust thing too. Yeah. No, you gotta do the
200, right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, you gotta do that one.
What was that for again?
That was for Lucian Stardust bet.
Oh, that was the Stardust bet, innit? Yeah. That's fine.
No, that one's not a big deal.
Problem. I'll have to build something dumb.
Yeah. Dude, I got people literally commenting in that Loudra stream video on YouTube. They're like, I got a Hundo Loudra too. Should I try it? I was just like,
nah, bro. Like, did you not see the
video? Yeah. Yo, they must have only watched the good parts. Yeah. This man was winning a third of his games.
Highlight reel. They watched the end. And that was it.
Yeah, something's wrong. Ultra League Classic was not that bad, but oh, you know what would be a good one? Ultra League Promo Pass.
That would actually be kind of cool though, but it's getting the XLs that's a bit of a struggle.
Yeah, I've been saving the XLs. Well, now you know. Now you know 60. Now you know 2 months in advance that's going to be. I think that should be the next bet. Ultra League Pro Pass. That might not be too bad too. I mean, I'm pretty sure you still be a Dragon Knight, right? Like it could be worse.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's going to be bad. I think again, it's like
it doesn't hit. It doesn't. The CP is pretty damn low though.
I got 27 XLs, bro. No, doesn't it get to 2,500?
No. It gets to 2,551.
Yeah.
Okay, how about this? Actually, these
Did you say Master League?
No, Ultra League.
Yeah. I don't.
Actually, how about this? I got it. Even better. You can't just run Pro Pass. You run. Oh, actually, no. I got it. I got a good one. Not even Pro Pass. You have to run the Skarmory Whiscash core, but in Ultra League. Yeah. So you have to run both. I
swear that's doing quite well. Yeah.
You think that'll do well in Ultra League? Skarmory and Whiscash? Yeah. You have the Whiscash candies, right? To make the Hundo?
Yeah. I've got both of them lucky Hundos. Let's go.
There we go. Easy. Okay, you know what? Even better. The Skarmory Whiscash Sableye core.
Nah.
Too much?
But all these teams with one handicap.
We'll think about something. But I think between those ideas we can find something that works. Mm-hmm. Okay. Anyway, we have the tee for this week is there's a post by our fellow NA competitor Frostfire, actually a local mine too, but on NEB, and he made a post about championship points and stuff, and this was really sparked by Yusei, who qualified for Worlds through just locals in New Zealand. There's no regionals in New Zealand, so he would have to go to Australia, right, for the closest regional. And there's not even a lot of regionals there, to be fair. So anyway, qualified for Worlds through just locals, right? Because their championship point requirement is like what, 250? So very feasible through just locals. You get 390 points max, right? If you max out your challenges and your cups. I didn't see the original post by Frostfire because it was deleted by the time I tried to go for it. But then Frostfire made another post talking about it. Mm-hmm. And so he says, after talking with others, and this is on post on X, I decided to move my post to its own tweet and delete the previous thread. But here are my current thoughts on the CP system for Pokemon Go in relation to different regions, locals, and regionals. Firstly, I like to talk about locals. Locals are a great way to connect with a community of trainers living nearby and create friendships and rivalries to better yourself for other competitions. I'm lucky to have some great locals I try to see semi-regularly. Getting into the problem I find with locals, the CP scaling seems unreasonable/unfair in some scenarios. I'm aware that this is Go's first season of hosting locals, and I'm sure there will be changes to them in the future, but I want to give my thoughts on the current state of them. I think there needs to be some kind of participant scaling incorporated into points that local challenges and cups award. It seems pretty absurd that events with 4 participants award the same amount of CP that events with 20 participants do. With this current system, they feel very strong, especially in some regions where you can qualify purely off of these points. Such as New Zealand/Australia. Mm-hmm. With this being said, in my opinion, there needs to be some sort of regional points or placing added into the mix of these points to qualify for Worlds. While I understand that some people cannot travel to many regionals, if you're willing to travel for the World Championships, you should at least be willing to travel to a regional to qualify. Going into this, there could even be certain placings needed in order to qualify, such as placing top 12 or 32 at an event. Worlds is supposed to be for the best trainers in the world, so in my opinion, a minimum of a decent placing should be required in conjunction with the points needed to qualify. Moving on to regionals themselves, the main issue I find with them is that they feel relatively weak compared to the previously mentioned strong locals. The fact that somebody could win 4-person cup and have that be the same amount of points awarded as someone going 3-2 at regional, where they likely had to face stronger trainers and travel to, doesn't feel totally right to me. Honestly, I feel like you could go 3-2 at a regional and not get any points. So, like, I do agree that with Frostfire in that respect, that the locals do feel a little OP in that respect compared to regionals. So I think regional points awarded needs to be higher if locals do not change. I also think that top 8 trainers should earn significantly more points than they are right now in NA, at least. Placing top 8 out of up to 100 people, for example, feels like there should be a lot of points awarded for such a successful performance. Depending on how these changes could be implemented, I think this could be a fulfilling yet challenging path to qualifying for the World Championships. In conclusion, I'm saying all of this for the love of the game and competitive Pokemon Go circuit. This game means so much to me, and I want to see it succeed. I would love to hear other trainers' feedback on how they feel with this first season of Pokemon Go using the CP system and what changes they would like to see for the upcoming seasons of the official Pokemon Go circuit. What are your thoughts on that? And I think part of it sparked with like, so you say obviously, Great Battler hits Legend like pretty much every season. I think, New Zealand, no regionals around. Probably not a lot of players that play Pokemon Go. I mean, there's definitely people that play Pokemon Go in New Zealand, but obviously population is much smaller than like one of the more populated like countries around, right? I saw some of the teams he qualified for Worlds with. And he was definitely running some spice picks, you can say that, right? And that's fine because but he said he qualified. In one of his posts, he said we have officially qualified team, 307 championship points after today's Cup and Go Challenge, which is probably more points than you have. It's almost more points than I have. And I've been to regional, but so he ran an all Shadow team of Shadow Mewtwo, Shadow Whiscash, Shadow Venusaur, Alolan Ninetales, Nidoqueen, and Ho-Oh. He ran a Shadow Ho-Oh and Shadow Mewtwo, right? And qualified, right? Obviously, maybe not like the strongest competition phase, right? So I could see how someone sees the stuff and said, huh. And he has a lot of spice picks, right? If you look at his team, he ran a Meganium and won them with a Carbink, which is pretty much extinct right now. He ran in a separate team, he ran a Alolan Marowak, Lucario, Gourgeist, Goodra, Shadow Hippowdon, and a Unova Stunfisk. When Goodra's the most meta pick on your team, and he's winning these, right? He's winning these. So, anyway, what are your thoughts?
Okay, so I think this is something that we've like discussed on the pod before, and I think there's two sides to this whole thing, right? So a lot of the things that Frostfire is saying I agree with, and some of the things I think need reframing, let's say. So I think, we've discussed about how the points seem that they don't scale completely ideally. And I would say that this is partly due to an oversight, it being the first season of locals. Obviously, the Australian or the Oceania threshold was reduced just based on the fact that they were only going to get one season worth of locals. However, obviously, like in Yusei's case, he's in a place where they host locals quite frequently and are able to host multiple cups, right? All within 1 month. So I think there's definitely some imbalances there that I reckon will and should be addressed next season. We've spoken previously about potentially having at least like one in-person event have to count towards a world qualification. All that said, I think what's the goal of the Pokemon company here, innit? Yeah, they don't really. Okay, look, the Worlds tournament we had in the last 2 years were almost like an interim sort of tournament, right? It's almost like, oh, let's just bang out a couple seasons until we can get the infrastructure to actually just do the same thing as the other two games, right? And so the tournaments that we've had the last 2 years have with only having like 1 or 2 people qualify per tournament, has been a bit skewed in terms of, obviously it's only the players who can get first or second who are qualifying. I don't think that's necessarily in the Pokemon company's interest, because they want as many people to go to Worlds as possible, because they obviously want, like the hype that generates around it. Do you know what I mean? Innit? Like if you're someone who's just qualified for Worlds for the first time,
if they keep waiting for this long to announce the dates, then not many people might go.
Well,
but that's
I don't know,
a little contrary. But who knows?
They want all that hype around it. They want like people to, and realistically, I think we've said this before, where from now on, looking at Worlds, you're not looking at who qualifies for Worlds, because with the right thingy, anyone can qualify. Now, this isn't anything on Yusei. I think it's unfortunate that someone like Yusei is in this position where it's like, he's a nice member of the community, but I think a lot of people in his position would have gotten the same backlash, right? So
dude,
it's just unfortunate
honestly,
that it was him.
Now I think about it, if let's say his locals weren't like the strongest competition, running 6 shadows makes it more competitive. If he ran 6 Pokemon that were hard meta, dude, he would have got 390 points in a week, right? At that rate.
Yeah,
props to him for actually even running Spice and making it hard, right? What's the Gore guys doing for you? But hey, if your local competition is not that strong,
I think you know what, like I expected this to happen from the beginning. From the as soon as locals got announced, I was like, someone is going to be able to finesse the system, and just get a few people together and stuff like that. Now, he didn't necessarily finesse the system actively, but it just so happened that he had loads of cups and stuff around his location. So is what is. The thing is you're going to get that in most places. Or you're going to get that in some places. Definitely next year, you're going to get it in most places, because we're going to have locals from the beginning. So more people will have access to locals, and you're going to get way more people who qualify just from locals. It is what it is. It's not something that's going to be changed. And I think you just have to reframe the way that you look at Worlds. It's like, it doesn't really matter who qualifies for Worlds anymore. It's who performs at Worlds, who makes it to day 2. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's actually going to be the true signifier. That's just and you know what the thing is? This is the same in all the other games as well. Do you know what I mean? Do you think it's special that 500 people compete in Worlds in TCG, or however many people compete? Do you know what I mean? Isn't it? It's like, okay, cool, 500 people compete, but who's making day 2? Like, what 128 players are making day 2? That's really like, okay, this is the business. Do you know what I mean? So,
well, to be fair, also they also have a lot more players, right?
Yeah, but
like their tournaments,
and I don't know how many players. Look, I don't know how many players compete in Worlds, but let me just quickly.
But at a like I said, like at just TCG for LA tournament had like 1,000 plus, right? So proportionally, I would say proportionally, Go has more percentage of their players competing at Worlds than BGC and TCG.
Let's see.
This is my guess. I don't know.
What, they only had 170 players? That's wild. What?
Yeah, for what? For VGC?
Last year. For TCG? VGC? No, for TCG. Oh, no, this is just... Yeah, what the hell? 170?
That doesn't seem right, but...
That doesn't seem right. That seems too little.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wait, Liquipedia is usually pretty solid with that. 170.
How many for Go?
We had 120. What the hell? What the hell?
This is really counteracting your arguments.
Yeah, it really is. Wow, that's wild. Okay, well, let's see. VGC last year had 113. How are people not... Wait, you know what? They didn't have locals last year. for any of the games.
Some,
I don't think.
But yeah,
No, but the American locals didn't really count, innit? I don't know if maybe they didn't have locals or something like that, innit? But whatever,
I don't know.
Anyway, his words. Anyway, I think one issue I do have, however, which is something that they do need to reassess, is currently USAE is second on the Oceania leaderboard, and therefore would be getting a travel award.
Yeah,
I think that's a big issue. Personally, I don't care who qualifies for Worlds. It's cool, huh?
But that's all part of it too, you know.
Nah, but you know what the thing is? I think for something like a travel award, I feel like at the very least you need to incorporate one event into that, because I think like
no, I know, but that's all part of the points too, right? For sure, right? Like
yeah.
And like it's tough because let's say if I don't know, Yukovic, for example, if he doesn't have a lot of points, right? He doesn't have as many local opportunities. Like I don't have as many local opportunities as USAE does, right? I couldn't even attend that many in the time. Because think about this, I've had locals since the beginning of this season, and I don't even have that many points from locals. Then
I'm also wondering, how proactive have you been in terms of like getting locals set up in your
trying? I mean, like I literally we talked to like card shops and stuff and doing it, but it's just like I mean, I'm honestly impressed that New Zealand has hosted so many, right? And so quickly.
Yeah, I
like we because I don't even know how they're hosting so many cups. Because like for us at least, the card shops say they need to host 3 challenges for cups. So that's 3 months before they can host a cup.
Yeah.
And you can only host a cup once a quarter. So it's not like you can host a cup every month.
If they've been doing TCG, then they can host a cup.
Maybe, but dang, man, New Zealand got a lot of card shops. I did not know that. That's wild.
Kind of wild. Yeah.
I'm in LA, one of the biggest cities in the country, let alone the world, and we don't got all that going on, right? I'm scouting. Like
I'm starving for locals here. I missed the local last weekend, because I forgot it was happening, and I was out there like a mug raiding Mewtwo's.
Well, last weekend, like this past weekend.
Yeah, man.
What do you mean? You're on a team with like 100 people. No one could have pinged you as a hey, Anicor, you going to this?
Exactly. Oh my god,
dude, you got
to be fair, they did
a new team, Anicor, right? I got Ramberto ping me. My team is small, right? We got like 10 people. I got Ramberto personally ping me, be like, hey, Caleb, you come to this? The card shop owner wants to know, like right, like before the event.
To be fair, they did ping everyone, but it was like a couple weeks ago, innit? And then I was like, oh yeah, let me just reply. They didn't
ping you the day of. I got teammates ping me like when I'm running the night before, asking if I want scrims.
Yeah.
Dude, this is what happens, man. When you're a big team, everyone gets lost. Some people just get lost in the machine. You know, everyone's just a little gear. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it was funny actually. Because here, let me read you this interaction because I thought it was hilarious. So Ramberto tags me in our team chat and it's like, "Hey, what do you say?" He said, where did he post this? Maybe it's in general chat, maybe, I think. Anyway, he asked if I was going. He asked if I was going to what do you call it? The tournament. And here we go, actually. See, it was a funny interaction. Trust me, everyone, it's worth the wait. It's worth the wait.
Yeah, it better be funny, bro.
Yeah. So he said,
been
Caleb,
a whole minute already.
Yeah, you come today? The shop's asking. I said, well, I had plans. I was like, no, sorry, I'm not going. I was like, how many people were there? It's a cup, right? It was a cup that was like kind of far away. It's like around like 7 or so. And he said, everyone let out a sigh of relief when you said you weren't coming. And I said, are you including that everyone? And he's like, not as audible as everyone else, but of course. and then T-Wall says, everyone quickly changing their teams to be 5 times weak to Bassi. And then Berto said, for real, Gerald actually changed his team to what he wants to run at EUIC when he heard. And then he said Gerald ended up winning too. And he went undefeated.
I swear.
So, yeah. No, legit. Because every time I go to these tournaments, they can't run 5 times week to Bassi because they know they're gonna face me. I'm not saying I win all of them, but I did win like a good chunk of like the last couple. So
decent amount.
Yeah, the last cup, the last challenge. Yeah. So I was hoping to go.
I want to go to more locals, bruv. I got 2 months.
Yeah, not a lot of time, especially if you're traveling for Bologna.
Yeah. I'm actually, you know what? I'm actually like, again, I was only going Bologna for like a family thing, but I think I might actually, I'm kind of looking forward to competing there because I don't know. I've been recently like practicing a bit, but not really practicing to the degree that I wanted to. Yeah. But I'm going to do some sort of like slow, like gradual, keep on practicing
What
over
the
the next
heck
few
is that
months. So I
regional
think
even
that'll be insane.
called? That's not even a Brawley
Bologna.
regional anymore. No, that's not going to be a Brawley
Oh,
regional
right.
anymore because
Oh,
this is
right.
like it's
Yeah.
like actually it's like
It's
dude, I don't know.
what's that geezer called?
What you said?
That super Namek was his name.
What? There
The
was like one guy
super.
that looked like Goku's brother or something in one the one. It was like the fruit
Oh
one,
no.
but that wasn't canon though.
Yeah.
That was a cool movie though.
What was that? Turles or something?
Something. It was like a
Yeah.
guy. He looked like a Tanner evil version
He's
of
not even
Goku.
canon. Yeah,
He's not
Turles
even
is not
canon.
canon.
Is he
Yeah,
his brother? Was
Turles
he his
region.
brother or something? But
Nah,
I
he
just
just
remember
looked like him.
everyone was just like eating this like purple berry fruit or something from this giant fruit tree, and that's how he gets strong. I'm like, what? If that's the case, screw the fighting. I'm gonna just run around the tree, keep eating the fruit till I get stronger than them, and then we're gonna fight.
Yeah, that's the whole different anime.
Yeah.
It's stated, okay, the reason they look alike is because the facial patterns of each warrior are similar within the low rank Saiyans. Makes sense.
Oh, and Goku's a lower rank Saiyan. That's why Vegeta got that
Yeah.
weird hairline because he's like a higher level
He's
Saiyan,
got the
right?
royal hairline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The more royal you get, the uglier you get. Apparently, is the thing.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so wait. So what were you gonna say? The Super Namek? What was it? Oh, you know what this? Oh, you know what this is? You know what? I feel like this is. It's the Beerus movie. I haven't seen it, but Lord Beerus, right?
Beerus is pretty canon, man.
But I know. But they had a movie about Lord Beerus before Super, right? Before he made his appearance.
But I
Super.
I think they pretty much adapted the movie, as in like the movie was basically the same as like the first few episodes of.
I know, but that's why the Bologna region was like that because initially they're introducing a character that you don't know is canon, and then later on you realize he's actually canon. He's part of the series, right? It's like before you're starting to bring like some teams that aren't going to be the next meta, but then halfway through this the tournament, it's all like actually the next season's meta, like move sets at least, right?
Yeah, I back it.
Yeah. All right. Decent analogy.
Brief.
If you know what we're talking about, let us know. But otherwise, you're gonna be like, "What the heck are you yammering about?"
Yeah. Brief little tangent. The TPC circuit has officially started. That was a weird way of saying officially. Officially started, and so basically last weekend Japan had their first round of those in-store tournaments.
Yeah.
And this weekend, so during EUIC, will be the first wave of the Indian qualifier, and then also the Thailand qualifier as well.
Okay.
Now with the one thing I found out, and I haven't double checked the rule book, but this was stated by an organizer, and it's a bit annoying to be honest, but it is what it is, I guess. Apparently, with the India and then I'm assuming also the Korea qualifiers, you now can't enter both.
What do you mean?
I don't know if that really meant,
like you could only enter one
of the qualifiers. Yeah, so if you flop in,
that's
like if you enter
weird.
the first one and you flop, then you can't enter the second one. Now
that's
last
so weird
year,
because then you're like, oh, what if I'm trying to go to one with less people, right? But you had to like figure out which one to go. That's weird.
Yeah, well, I don't know if this is a good system really. I mean, I haven't thought too much about it, and it's also because I haven't like double checked the rulebook to see if that's actually valid.
Well, maybe confirm that first before we like put it out.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, it's an organizer who said that this was the case. So, and they said it was in the rulebook. So I just didn't like manually check myself with the rulebook. Because do I trust the organizers? No. But anyway, so that's a bit unfortunate. I'm not gonna lie, because I mean, what does that really mean? Is that really any different to? Well, I guess they've got more qualification spots, so that's really what they were hoping for. But I think all that really does is just alleviate tournament organizer effort. But whatever. Anyway, so Thailand and India starting this weekend, Japan started last weekend. Now, one thing I have to say about Japan, right? So I feel like last year, obviously a lot of top players did qualify for PJCS, but I think a lot of top players also missed out, right? In just the first weekend this year, we've actually got some like really, really good qualifiers just already.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if maybe, the players are like adapting to the format a bit better. Maybe they're actually intending to go a bit like how, this year with regionals, like, a lot more players entered regionals this year, right? And a lot more players are like, securing their world invites early. So maybe that's the case here. But I just sent you a link, but we've got, Katunari, who's, if any of you have also seen the Japan APC bracket, a lot of these players you'll see on there as well. So, Katunari, who's also Division 1 in APC, but usually always first page leaderboard, probably multiple times number 1 as well. Ishikawa Boy, most famous Japanese player from last year, I'd say. Kakuza Toho, who, if he qualifies this year, it will be his third worlds in a row.
Okay.
Rope Chan Rabbit, who I recognize their name. Some of these names I don't recognize.
That's
I recognize their name,
that's like
but
a
I'm not
weird
sure.
name.
No. Some of these names I don't recognize, but you got 56 Luffy, Choppy, Chiodo, who obviously was I think 6th place last year at Worlds. Pokemon Maker, also top of the leaderboards, Division 1 APC. Crescent Angels, everyone knows. Luminous, getting there on the first try, as opposed to the last try, like it was last year. Essis Mirwurst, who, top leaderboarder. You got Ushikaya Boy, who I know is like a good Show 6 player, Japanese Show 6 player.
Ushikawa Boy?
Yeah.
That sounds a lot like Ishikawa Boy.
Yeah. No.
Tetsuo. That's like if someone was like named, instead of Anicor, they're named Anacod.
Yeah. Hey, if anyone wants to change their name to Anacon, you're welcome. You're welcome into the family. Yeah. So Tetsuo and Anyao, who was like one of the finalists, or not the finalists, but like the top cut of PJCS. And Tetsuo, obviously amazing player, came 3rd in the APC Champions Tournament, always number 1 on the line, always first page on the leaderboards, and qualified for the first year. So one interesting one though is Kayari 2 Days is the brother of Jesus, Japanese Jesus, and that tournament, the finals was Kayari against Jesus.
Oh,
Kayari being the younger brother.
Did he win?
Knocked out his older brother. So hopefully Jesus actually.
Your brother's younger than you too, right? Young Kaz.
Yeah.
Is he going to EUIC?
He is, yeah. But this guy just doesn't prep for anything, man. I mean, you know what? Fair enough, innit? Like, it's just not like high on his priorities. But
how much will it take to convince him to dress up as Brock?
He's
dude,
not doing it.
A showdown between Brock Harrison and Misty Williams.
Yeah, I can tell you already now that he's not doing it.
Just tell him to bring a Steelix on his team. It'll be great.
But yeah, so this is just the first weekend of the in-store tournaments, and there's going to be, I think it's something like around 150 participants of PJCS. So it's good to see that a lot of big names are qualifying early, because it just means that, like, obviously they won't enter any subsequent ones because there's no reason to, and then it also means that there's more room for all the other big names to actually get their qualifications. So
yeah,
really exciting.
Okay, someone else I'm looking out for?
DFH.
Well, besides DFH, okay. I don't know if he's
go on.
Alan.
I don't know.
Alan's back.
Oh yeah.
I battled Alan in GBL today, actually.
Mm-hmm.
He's already in the 2940s. No, I won.
Oh, okay. Well, I reckon. Honestly, also exciting to see Alan as well, because, like,
I know there's some big names out there, but Don't forget, Caleb Peng is timeless here. Yeah.
Anyway.
But okay. That being said, I think we'll just wrap it up here. That should be good. We'll see some of you at EUIC maybe.
We'll see you at EUIC.
And we'll see Misty Williams at EUIC too. So if you're at the venue, be sure. Don't even say hi to me. You don't have to if you don't want to, right? Go take a picture with Anicor Misty Williams and be sure to post on X. Be sure to post on all your social media, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, right? MySpace, if you still use it, do it. Yeah. Post it everywhere, right?
I'll probably even post it on my Instagram. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even post anything Pokemon related on there. But
you should post it on your dating app. Then you'll really see who the real one is. looking for my Brock Harrison to my Misty Williams.
I'm fine.
That'd be good. Anyway, so we'll see you at EUIC. Let us know your predictions maybe down below. How many? I mean, by the time you see this episode, maybe EUIC already happened. So it depends on when you watch the episode. But how many North American top cutters do you think are making into that top 32? 10 might have been a little overshot by me. I think I said 10 publicly under Butter's tweet, also to like ruffle some feathers, to be honest. But there's some good North.
I think 5's reasonable. That's not like that's like about 15%. I think that's reasonable.
That's still we'd be overshooting. I think. I don't know.
It's decent. Yeah, that's decent. But I think it's also because like the quality of players coming over is super high in it. So,
yeah. Like you're not going to go to EUIC if you think you can't like get some points, right? Like watch out. Honestly, again, that flight is still cheaper than my Portland flight. So
that's so ridiculous. How much is it?
For me, I think
LA.
From LA
to London.
Let me check actually because I could pull up. I mean, I did buy this like
how much did you pay?
Yeah. How much did I pay? Yeah. Let me see. Direct flight too. Round trip.
Mad.
Round trip. Direct flights.
Not even stopping in Seattle or something dumb like that.
No. Why would I stop in Seattle? I'm going.
I don't know. I don't know how this works.
It costs $792.
That's like £400 ish. Maybe is that less than £400?
What is pounds? Pounds is just like a unique. Pounds is literally just a unique UK thing, right? Is it pounds sterling? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, it's £630.
Wait, what? Oh, right, yeah. I'm doing the conversion wrong.
It's
fair enough.
Pounds is 0.8. Wait, pounds is actually not that strong. I thought pounds was way stronger than the dollar. It's only 0.8.
Used to be stronger ages ago. What's shocking though is that the
same thing with the European players, but here we are.
The Portland flight you're saying costs more than that.
Well, I had to rebook it a little bit for the next day because if I'm adding the rebooking flight, it was around. No, it was a little bit cheaper, but not that much cheaper. It was around like £560. Yeah,
that's insane.
I did book it also like fairly last minute, like only 2 weeks or so, or a week before the event. So maybe that's part of it. But Portland, like the flight is the flight was like literally like 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours, 2 hours. Like I just go straight up and down. That's it, direct. Like I wasn't even on the plane for that long. Yeah,
mad.
I took a nap and I woke up and I was there. Yeah, so
mad.
But
yeah, well,
anyway,
mad.
I'll see you there. We'll catch you all there, and until next time, peace out.
Safe.